Next, our last speaker is Lance Coleman. Lance is an artist who goes by Fuse the MC. He's a content advisor for Binary Capital and formerly from Zoo Labs, a 2016 fellow for the Institute for the Future. He was recently named 40 under 40 Tech Diversity for Silicon Valley. So please welcome up on stage, Lance Coleman.
Thank you. I appreciate you all having me here today. Thank you very much. So when I was first asked to do this, I had this whole story that I wanted to do about my relationship with sound and tech. And I kind of strayed away from that in the wake of the recent fire. And one of the important things that I think, is much a buzz in the community right now is the fact that these were artists, and I myself as an artist have had, various successes. Some people know me more for my tech and entrepreneurial stuff, but at the essence, I'm a music artist. And what that means, a lot of people who are not artists may not get the full grasp of the full magnitude of that. So I want to tell this quick story around that. I went to Howard University, which is HU, and one of the biggest realizations I found out after moving from Atlanta to DC is that everybody wants to be a music artist, and everyone, especially at a school that is known for some of the greatest entertainers ever. And one thing that I went to my mom, and before I went to Howard, I was like, hey, I was gonna do the whole programming thing. That's cool, but I'm gonna be a rapper instead. And my mom is a teacher, and she's more traditional in the sense you go to good high school, go to good college, get your degree, then you get your master's, and then you start a family, etc. And I kind of threw that out the window, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds nice, but you have to go to college." So that's how I ended up at Howard University, and I was doing my music with a variety of tactics online to promote it, and I wasn't quite getting where I wanted to be. I mean, I had fans here and there at a small scale, been covered by the school newspaper, but I didn't really have that cachet you need to get into the industry. So one day I snuck into this Lupe Fiasco concert, and I got backstage through some relationships, and I found Lupe. I was like, Lupe, I'm a huge fan. You're a really big artist. You're conscious. You inspired me to do what I'm doing. And, I just want to know if you could help me get into the music industry. And he was like, I don't really do that. I'm sorry. I was like, no, please, just if you could introduce me to anybody, I would just really appreciate it. And he's like, well, I know one guy. I was like, fine, I'll take it. Who is it? And he's like, well, he doesn't have a name. I was like, that's strange. Sounds weird, but I'll give you a description. He was like, he has blunts for fingers and hollow tips for teeth, wiretaps for ears, a system for a heart, rap music for beats, heroin for a son, and he's married to the streets, crack pipes for lungs, and he never sleeps, just sighs with lights in his eyes. He loves life because he likes when it dies. I was like, man, that dude sounds intense, but I have to get in this industry. I have to know what it's like to get on that stage and perform in front of people. And he was like, all right, fine. So I hopped on this bus from DC to New York, and they have these bolt buses, and I'm going over all my best verses, and I'm rapping and annoying other people on the bus, and I get off, and I end up at this record label. And they have these humongous doors, and I walk into them, walk up to the lady at the counter, and I'm like, hi, very confidently. My name is Lance. Lupe sent me. And he's like, Lupe sent you? I was like, yeah, Lupe sent me. And she was like, all right. right through this way. So I go down this long, dark hallway, and they have these giant pictures on the wall on each side. And there's pictures of Biggie Smalls, Bob Marley, Tupac, all these people that, in my eyes are legends. So I'm getting a little nervous, and I start to sweat. And then I notice it's actually getting hotter. And I walked through the door, and I opened it up, and there was a man very ominously sitting in front of a fireplace with a with a hoodie on, and I was like, man, he must be really hot. And so I walk up and I'm like, hey, my name's, I know who you are. I was like, oh, well, fuck me. All right. He's like, what do you want? He's like, well, I want to get in this industry. I was wondering if you could give me any tips on, how I could do that. And he was like, okay, it's simple. You get a dame for the day, she found like that, give a day, give a hell, give him go, no rap, get a name, get a flame, get a heat, get strapped in this game, get the lame, kill lame, like, pap. I was like, wow. I didn't catch any of that. Like, I know you guys are from New York, you talk fast, but could you slow that down for me? I would genuinely appreciate it. And he's like, okay. You get a dame for the day, she fine like that. Give her this, give her that, give her go. No rap, get a name, get a flame, get a heat, get strapped. In this game, kill a lame like Pap. He dead, street cred, you fine. Just wait, you'll see, you'll shine. You bright, let me put you on the grind. Move this, push this, it'll get you signed. Push cotton, I mean dope. What you mean? I mean dope. You look hard, let me put you in the chain, put you in the field. I mean the streets just playing, cause you a slave. I mean hustler, cause you struggling. I mean thugging, flip on the strip and it's got you something. I'm bugging, you buzzing. And I was like, man, that's a lot of stuff I gotta do. Like, I got finals, just listed off a lot of things. And if I did all those things that you say I have to do to perform my art, what am I gonna get behind it? What do I get out of this experience? And he was like, it's simple. I'll give you glory, admiration, pleasure, money to gain. A gold chain to stimulate the groupie screaming your name. A bodyguard to body bums, bimbos, junkies, and lames. Your art's development's irrelevant to winning this game. I'll take acoustics in your music and put it in my machine and use it and convert it to glamour and shiny bling. The money may look funny, you will hear that it was clean. You must add explicit content, pay homage to the obscene. The scene is a road paved with steamrolled dreams. Where I live and I sell your drugs to these fiends. The lies and propaganda, secondhand smoke that I breathe. The thief that sneaks in the art, distill the art from your grief. I want your love. I want your life. I want your pen. I want your knife. I want your time. Give me rhymes every time the clock strikes. I'll take your passion. I'll take your needs. The words you write, the ones between. Make you a star in the eye, put air beneath your feet. Overeat my food for thought until you're busting at your seams. Interesting that you want to become a part of me, become one with the one they call the sound industry. Thank you.